Hello everyone. Today is Wednesday, March 20th, 2024 at 3:31 p.m. in the afternoon. Well, um so I ate dinner around um 6 p.m. yesterday, and the other plate of food I saved for today. And so um after dinner, I tried to fight sleep and wait until 9 o'clock. But I think I dozed off and was forced to fall asleep at like 7:30 in the evening, and then woke up. Excuse me. Um, I don't remember. It was sometime between 10 and 11 o'clock last night. I woke back up, and then um couldn't really go back to sleep. Excuse me. So I tried to go back to sleep, and I couldn't. But I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. Well, last night, and after I woke up, my nose and everything was so clear, like no mucus or really anything. So, well, yesterday the Uber Eats driver had he had a red car, but I didn't see a one headlight or anything. But he had you know dirty hands. Um, he delivered my food with dirty hands, and he had a female in the car with him. Excuse me. So, but all I know is in the middle of the night, I ended up with fleas. I was attacked like crazy with flea bites, and I don't know if it came from the Uber Eats driver or the cab ride that I rode in yesterday. But the floor of the cab was dirty looking, but the seats and everything of the cab was clean. But I'm suspecting that I got flea that the Uber Eats driver had like a flea infestation or something. So excuse me. But I mean, I don't know if I caught fleas from the cab driver or the Uber Eats driver. One of them. I mean, not. I mean, from one of their vehicles. But I really think it was from the Uber Eats driver, since he had dirty hands. You know, and like mainly on my arms and feet, around my ankles. Like I excuse me, I knew it was flea bites because some of them were really small and they were around my ankles. So seemed like flea bites and not bed bugs. So, but this morning, I mean, like, I think I fell asleep well after 4 o'clock in the morning again. But my sleep wasn't that great, and then I woke up at exactly I mean, I kept on waking up and going back to sleep repeatedly. But then I woke up at exactly 8:31 in the morning, you know. And then I um had to use the bathroom, and I rushed because, you know, breakfast was almost over. And the only gang stalking activity I could report was that they had at least 3 red vehicles parked near my hotel room, very close. And um there was a white female in a black truck, but I suspect it was one headlight that was also near my and she was sitting in the truck near my hotel room. But yeah, I just had a banana nut muffin and um excuse me, banana nut muffin and you know, and um banana nut muffin and apple juice today. But if the milk was cold like I like it, then I would have the Frosted Flakes cereal, and that would be less calories, But I probably would be hungry, soon after. But um, at least when I eat the muffin, but the muffin is like almost 500 calories, and depending on what flavor I get, it's like 30 something grams of sugar, and I don't know how many grams of sugar the apple juice is, but it'd be sweet. Excuse me. But any and everybody, they just dig their hands on the on like the regular apples and bananas and stuff. So you know excuse me. But and I don't eat that bread, and I don't eat raisin bread. But if the milk, I mean, they have the milk sitting on the counter for hours, so that's why I don't eat the cereal. But the muffin, um, and the honey, if I were to eat the honey bun, I would be hungry 30 minutes later and feel like shit. But at least the muffin will hold me over for, I mean, it will hold me over for quite a while, you know. But tired of eating the same thing for breakfast every day, and but I'm glad to have something to eat. Excuse me. I mean, it's included. Um, but I just stick to eating one muffin. I would gain more weight if I had 2 muffins. So I have more sugar and fat or whatever, more calories if I had 2 muffins. But I just stick to eating one muffin. So, after breakfast this morning, no, it was right before breakfast. I excuse me, paid for enough money for 2 more nights to stay here, and with that $100 that was supposed to have been used for the bond fees, I don't have to pay that. So I used that $100, and you know, a couple of people donated me some more money yesterday. So I combined that, and that was enough for 2 nights, plus yesterday's dinner. Well, yesterday's dinner, I had buy one, get one free. So, so then, you know, today for dinner, I'm gonna warm up the other meal in the microwave and eat it. Um, so my stomach is kind of hurting a little, but sometime after 9:30, I think it was probably 10 o'clock this morning. I don't remember. Sometime between 9:30 and 11 o'clock, I slept all the way until um, right after 2:15 this afternoon, and I've been up ever since. So um, now I have um, $10 in cash, and excuse me, I have $10 in cash, and I have um, maybe $1 or something in coins, and $12.75 or something in the bank. So after Friday, um, like Friday morning, I'm scheduled to have to check out of here, but after the police incident, I'm sitting here trying to fight harder to stay off the streets. Um, I'm trying to fight harder to stay off the streets. But, after Friday, I wish I can, raise more funds for hotel room help. Um, so, yeah. But, it wasn't as cold today as it was yesterday, but it was still cold this morning, you know. So, excuse me. But I'm like too depressed, you know, at the moment to even too depressed and traumatized and trying to mentally process um what happened with the jail incident, you know, like from like too depressed and frustrated to and then discouraged from everything that's been going on lately, and even the me being workplace mobbed off the job and all that. Excuse me. I feel like psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and probably even spiritually, I feel like I need a big, huge break. I feel like I need a really big break and some rest, and to be able to calm down and mentally process all this and regroup myself. But another part of me is fighting to want to be independent and you know try to fight to get another job opportunity. Excuse me, but I'm sitting here feeling like can't even have permanent housing anymore. I can't even. I can never. Like, I cannot be a long term. I can't be anywhere long term. Like, I can't even have long term permanent housing anymore. I can't have a job. Well, I never could get to have a long term job opportunity. The longest job that I ever had was like 2.5 months, maybe, you know, or yeah, about 2.5 months. And um, yeah, that's on average. Excuse me. The longest I've been able to have a job was between 2.5 months or 2 months and 3 weeks, but I can never get to, you know, be on the job for like 90 full days. I never ever in my life got to last that long on a job for any job that I've worked. And temp service jobs, workplace mob you worse than the permanent jobs, like temp or seasonal positions, you know. But I wish there were more opportunities of work when you want and get paid daily, but they're hard to find. Um, so, but I can't be like a customer at the same restaurant for too long, or can't stay in the same hotel for a long time or a motel for a long time before they gang stalk me out of there or wrongfully ban me. So um, at every like that in town suites, you know, that they wrongfully that Shanice girl was, she was a shady perp practicing witchcraft, and I'm pretty sure she lied on me. And the manager never, ever, ever, ever contacted me to discuss what happened. And I didn't even commit a crime, but they wrongfully trespassed and banned me. I'm pretty sure because I mean the Jaleesa person never called me back to for me to have my chance to talk out what happened. So excuse me. And so I mean I'm under the impression that I'm wrongfully on the do not rent list and wrongfully banned from like every in town suites in the country, you know, which that was freaking 400 under $400 a week. The cheapest place that I knew of, cheaper than the motels, was slightly cheaper than the motels. So, well, the online stalkers weren't responsible for that one right there. But maybe they were because they probably called up and Shanice probably answered the phone and they probably guided her on what to do to me. Since they track it, they track and illegally track and find out everywhere where I eat, where I what hotels I stay at, what restaurants I'm eating at. I mean, they just want me destroyed. And so they want me destroyed. So, you know, that the fake Darnell Williams perp made a fake Menace to Pensacola video about me, and that was clearly a fake smear campaign video, and a whole bunch of people fell for it, fell for his deception and lies, you know. And then he made another fake video, you know, talking about me being a homeless hotel hopper. And some more videos. But a whole bunch of the online perps have fake slander videos about me, and at the same time lying and saying that I'm not targeted and that I'm just mental and crazy. So, but I mean, I don't even know if the gang stalking will be worse, or if my court case will be worse. Um, you know, if I document, you know, everything, like verbally, like video journaling, talking about everything, you know, that's been going on. But the fake Aquarian Doris perp was talking shit because she wasn't at the damn court yesterday. But you know, what's gonna happen to them with their harassment crimes though? With their fake harassment crimes. So um yeah, so I had to block, excuse me, I had to block a narcissistic control freak fake TI perp yesterday because, you know, she, you know, um, narcissistically lectured me about how I should ignore them and stop, um, ignore everything that they say and stop worrying about them, and you concentrate on you. Stop worrying about them, and you only concentrate on you. I don't like people talking to me like that. I'm like, I'm in a whole fucking legal situation right now. You tell me ignore them and they're the ones who the masterminds behind this? Or they brag and admit that they're the masterminds behind it? So, but I contacted the lawyer this afternoon after I woke up. No answer, but I left a message. So, the lawyer that was assigned to me. Excuse me, but I forgot that I heard that in 2006 after Hurricane Katrina that Gretna is the arrest capital of the U.S. And I didn't realize that for Hurricane Katrina that it was Gretna police that drew their guns on a bunch of black people trying to flee New Orleans for safety. And Gretna police, even though I guess they don't want their racism to look obvious, so they put a few black people on there, but I've been hearing for throughout the decades about Gretna police being racist. excuse me, but um, you know, but I read up about what people say that Gretna police being the arrest capital of America, and they said that the crime is not even that bad, but people getting arrested for silly stuff. And there was a guy named Daniel Swear that was part of Gretna police for a few years, and he was a whistleblower that exposed Gretna police just wanting to bullying and pressuring, you know, the officers to have us like arrest people or write tickets to meet certain quotas. And he was a whistleblower, and you know, but it seems like he's doing fine now. It sounds like, but if he would have been like not able to get another job anywhere, after all, you know, I probably would have assumed that he was a targeted individual. But the fact that he was a whistleblower of Gretna police corruption, I much respect him. And he's not the only person. It was another or a few other officers that whistle blew and exposed the truth about you know, Gretna police being like all about money and jailing people for money and targeting black people. So excuse me, like yesterday two of the guys like after the court situation when we went to the other office, two of the guys were talking about that Gretna police is a scam and a fraud. you know and when I was in jail, you know the women in the jail dorm, they were gossiping and discussing about police wanting to, the police taking people to jail to meet quotas. When I heard about pulling for the holidays of cops pulling people over and giving them fake tickets to meet quotas, but I never heard of excuse me, I never heard of I never heard of you know wait a minute, what I lost my train of thought, but I heard about during the holidays that the cops will pull over innocent people and make fake tickets to meet quotas, and but I forgot what else I was gonna say. But I heard that even though crime is worse in New Orleans, I heard police brutality is worse in Gretna, and that the cops are the actual criminals. And that's the city I grew up in. But if you're Masonic and black, then you're protected by the cops. If you're a Masonic satanic sellout, just ask the fake foster mom Adrian Felder and that Masonic Kraft family. Excuse me. So, but like, it seems like back then, both me and my twin sister seemed like as if we were targeted by Gretna police. But now, she sold out, you know. But yeah. Because, well, I heard that certain people would persecute and target her, mistaking her for me, you know. And that would be why she would go through certain persecution, because they thought she was me. But I'm that real target, the real intended target. So, yeah, I found out about, there was even I saw even a National Geographic, short video about, Gretna police being the jail capital, or the arrest capital of America. So, and so it seems like people even sell out and climb the ranks in the police force. And you know Daniel Swear even hinted at, people doing, certain kinds of favors and being on their knees, you know for promotions and stuff like that. But yesterday, um afternoon, after the court situation, I saw a video of a different city and state. I don't remember what city and state it was. But it was a younger police officer that shot and killed his sergeant for sexually grooming him and trying to rape him and everything. And you know, but we've been hearing, that police officers are thugs with badges, or that they're the biggest gang that there is, or that the cops are the biggest criminals. You know, and that's why narcissistic abusers gravitate towards being cops, court judges, um, you know, um, anywhere in law enforcement or the justice system, which is the reason why it's called the injustice system. You know, and why everything that's meant to be is flip flop. Like, even the mental health system is not there to heal or save you. Even the medical system is not there to heal or save you. Same thing with church. They making my nose itch. Same thing with church. It's not here to heal or save you. But yeah. I'm excuse me. My nails are still long. I need to trim my nails so bad. So, you know, but I don't know if I should document, you know, everything that's going on. But so many people were saying that it's the best thing to plead not guilty first until you get a lawyer. And then They say plead not guilty first until you get a lawyer, and then afterwards, um, you can, you know, I guess everything will go to trial. And some people say you might be not guilty thinking you're guilty when you're not. But I feel like I know I'm not guilty, and it was a gang stalking setup, and the perps lied. But, excuse me, but, I had never before heard of deferred prosecution program, but I was like sleep deprived, and my heart was heavy, and everything that was being said wasn't being processed. So I don't know if that was a prosecutor or who that man was. I guess I'll go ahead and say what I was, but I don't know who that man was, but he mentioned about deferred prosecution program. Now, people were saying, multiple people, both online and in person or whatever, or whoever I asked for help, people were saying it's the best thing to plead not guilty. And they say do not plead guilty without consulting a lawyer first, But then, I never heard until yesterday about this deferred prosecution program, where they said something about you can plead guilty and then pay fines or do community service, and then your record will be swiped clean. But I felt like that would seem like something shady. And other people were saying it, like I read online that other people were saying it was like a shady program, that it's a way to trap you in more financial debt, but they make it sound good. And you're tricked into thinking that that you could just pay it off or do community service or something like that. And so the man said that was everybody's only opportunity. Excuse me. The man said that was everybody's only opportunity, and that that he said, oh yeah, and if you come up to me afterwards talking about you want deferred prosecution, I'm gonna tell you go sit down. So more than half of the people opted for the deferred prosecution, but excuse me, they had some people that pled guilty, but it seemed like I was the only one that pled not guilty. And I was not the last, but I think I was one of the last ones, But the fact that it was a gang stalking setup, I know I'm not guilty, because I didn't try to commit a crime or, have like malicious intent. So I didn't have an intent to want to hurt or commit a crime. I'm just sitting here fighting to fucking survive and having nowhere to go, and they keep gang stalking me away from everywhere. So, and then the man had nerve to say that it seemed like he tried to bully, manipulate, and scare people into doing the deferred prosecution, and then trying to make it like, well, if you don't do it, then, it's gonna, I don't remember exactly what he was saying, something about, that if you don't do that or whatever, then it seemed like he tried to frighten, bully, manipulate, and scare everybody in the courtroom into, doing a deferred prosecution, saying it was the best decision. and then saying that if you don't do it, then it would cost the city of Gretna like millions of dollars or something like that. But motherfucker, y'all the ones profiting off of us. You know, so, but I'm standing on my standing my ground on the fact that but the cops criminally charged me for what they did to me. Y'all motherfuckers broke my damn phone. And the cops were perps. Excuse me. And I don't even remember if that man was a prosecutor or what he said his name was, but I remember what his face looked like. And he was abusive, narcissistic, hard, and mean. I mean, the judge wasn't even mean like him. You know, the judge seemed like calm and compassionate so far, you know, from what the little bit that I saw. You know, the judge was calm. The judge wasn't like he wasn't an asshole, you know, so far from what I saw, you know. But you know, I pled not guilty because I knew this was a gang stalking setup, you know. And they need to stop forcing people, the gang stalking cult network, they need to stop forcing people into homelessness, joblessness. They need to stop bullying people. You know, and they need to stop workplace mobbing people. They need to stop community mobbing people. They need to stop wrongfully banning people from places. They need to stop gang stalking people and just leave people to live a normal fucking life. But y'all, the gang stalking network, both online and in person, they coercively pushed me into this predicament. You know, they coercively pushed me into this predicament. You know, I didn't have to go to jail. The cops didn't have to do that. But, you know, they were drunk with power. You know. And, you know, another way this was a setup, because cops passed by for 3 days and didn't say anything. Bunch of people in the neighborhood, neighbors coming out of their houses, people walking their dogs, nobody reported or said anything. As soon as I uploaded that video, somebody called, the online perps called the damn cops and then bragged and laughed. The fake Aquarian Doors perp bragged and laughed and said that was me. That was me that made that call. And so the fake Darnell Williams perp, he committed criminal mischief by lying to the Pensacola police and said that he was the owner of the property, a vacant property, and then even then multiple cops passed by and never told me shit until the online perps made that call and lie and say the property is theirs. Because they feel like they brag about how they own me and brag about how they're going to destroy me because I'm not turning out into a perp. Or I don't want to agree to be a sex slave. And this is why they're doing this to me. I don't want to be a satanic sex slave. I hate sex. And you know, I would even feel, you know, ashamed or guilty or, you know, feel bad, you know, about, you know, any sexual sins or whatever, but you know, but I would end up feeling terrible. But we all human, and like trying to fight whatever sin every day if you profess to be a Christian or whatever, you know, fight even, fight against sin and sinful thoughts, you know, excuse me. But I mean, every human being on the face of this earth is guilty of committing sins. But, it's like the closer I try to get to God, that's like the worst things happen. But some people say it's your trial. I mean, to test your faith, you know. So, I don't know. Today was a day that, I mean, maybe because of my sleep deprivation, I felt like I was too tired to even do a video. But my mind is a little bit more clear, and I'm a little bit more well rested, But I need to figure out what can I do, because so many people are pressuring me to get housing and another job, and I can't even get a permanent place to live no more due to the targeting. If I get a job, I can only last so long. They hit me in my right ear with the high pitched noise. But last night I felt the gastroparesis, or the delayed stomach emptying from the lack of sleep or the sleep deprivation. Like my food sitting in my stomach undigested, but I didn't have lunch today. Well, I didn't have lunch yesterday because of the court situation, was during lunch hours, but I didn't have lunch today because I was, sleeping. And then, but the second plate of food for dinner is the same as yesterday because it was buy one, get one free. So, tomorrow is Thursday, right? So, yeah, so, I mean, I really think I caught fleas from the Uber Eats driver, but it's a possibility that I could have caught it from the taxi cab that I rode in. But it definitely wasn't from the Uber ride. Or it's possible that when I went to court yesterday, it's possible that I may have had, caught fleas from sitting in the chairs or whatever. But I really think that it came from that Uber Eats, or maybe it could have came from the restaurant. Who knows? So, but I really think it came from the Uber Eats driver. You know, it's like, how are you delivering food with dirty hands? And that didn't dawn on me until later on, you know. But I was wondering why I was itching in the middle of the night, and my legs, I mean, not my legs, my feet around my ankles being torn up, and I had certain small bites on my arms. Yeah, so, but So now my case is going to trial. Um, but that narcissistic fake Uber driver that was a crybaby about the rain. Excuse me. He tried to make like that it's a possibility that I could have sued the police and have my own house or whatever. But after you defend me and support me and then say I could sue the police and have my own house, then you switch up and start berating and lecturing and condemning me, talking about that I shouldn't have gone on anybody's property. But yeah, I mean, nobody was living in that property. I mean, that house nobody could live in because it was gutted out and very messed up. They even had tarp on the roof, and I did not break in or enter. But the moment people hear mischief, they automatically assume that you did something bad or wrong. But I didn't mean any harm, just trying to stay safe. And, I did not break in to that property. The place was locked up. As I said, multiple people in the neighborhood saw and said nothing. Multiple gang stalkers passed by, said nothing. Multiple cops passed by, said nothing. But the online stalkers bragged about how they were the ones who made up the call and, lied and said it was their property and thought the shit was funny. But those 5 boys from 3 days before that, I wonder who gave them the assignment to come and gang stalk me with the red velvet cake. I mean, red velvet was one of the flavors, but I think some of them had other flavors as well. And then my twin sister and the other online stalkers gang stalking me with red velvet cake. And then my twin sister did a fake follow-up community post and then try to discredit me and call me a clown for exposing what she did. And then she called me a clown. Or she used the clown, I'm going to say specifically, she used the clown emojis. And even as of yesterday, she made fake new videos trying to discredit and still gang stalking me. If she was so busy fighting for her survival in her life or whatever, what she claims she's trying to pretend that she's got it rougher than me. Or pretend like she got it, that she's suffering harder than me. And pretends to be more persecuted than me and pretending that she's going through shit. When she can, just like she can choose to get rid of me, why is it so hard for her to get rid of Tiara? But it's other than China, every other woman that my twin sister has been with, it seems like even with her husband Dwayne, it seemed like she had to chase after them and beg them for, relationship and, bribe them with money and beg them to stay. Or try to do whatever to beg them to stay. But China was the only one, who she didn't really have that problem with. And she stayed with China for like over a decade. Excuse me, but she was free from being abused when she was with China, But now all these other girls doing her dirty and being dangerously abusive, you know, excuse me, they're making my nose itch. And, making me feel worried for my twin sister's safety, But it's, but I just don't understand, and a lot of my family members, they're power hungry, money hungry, and selfish. You know, but excuse me. I forgot what else things I needed to talk about or report about, but yeah. So some people. I'm questioning why are people saying that, oh, criminal mischief, that's a serious offense, but the cops wrongfully charged me for what they did to me. you know if other people would say, oh, you trespassing, they would have just told me to leave, and even if I try to defend myself verbally against them, the everything would have resulted in me just packing my things and leaving to go somewhere else and be told that I'm just banned from there. But for them to you know, they wanted to murder me that night. Those female cops wanted to murder me that night. And then the main one, you know, being like a glorified canine police dog handler. She probably brutalizes and beats that dog because the cops, they physically abuse and beat on their dogs, their canine dogs, when the dog is disobedient. Like, I saw a video a couple of days ago about a police officer that was handling a dog and choking him too tight, and the dog turned around and tried to defend himself. And the dog didn't bite the cop. He attempted to. And the cop rough handled and just kept repeatedly slamming the dog on the ground. You know. And nothing, I don't think anything happened to the officer. But, excuse me, I'm going to put in the community post a documentary about cops gone wild. Show y'all that cops ain't, that cops are pretty much freaking tyrants. They're straight up psychopaths. They're the type of people that would do like the foster brother Joe, like physically abuse and beat you to a bloody pulp and then pretend to fake help like they're saving you. So, but anyway, so I'm gonna try to ask in advance for help with whatever y'all can pitch in and donate for, like, more hotel room and food, and also if possible, laundry and since I'm battling now, have to battle these freaking flea bites, I need like help with more money for like soap. The lavender oil soap to battle and get rid of, like, if I can wash my clothes with them and take showers with the lavender oil soap to get rid of the doggone fleas and everything. And it seemed like I might have to rewash all my clothes again. So, I'm telling y'all what my needs are. But, I don't And then I heard that they had a lady in New York that had a $1 million home that she inherited from her parents, and they had people squatting there, and they was and she got arrested. I hear multiple stories. Or she got arrested, you know, um, and then you hear about the squatters were protected because of squatters' rights, but um, but I mean, well, I felt like that was a very messed up situation. But yeah, I never knew about squatting being a crime. And somebody in the so-called TI community, excuse me, was telling me about adverse possession and stuff, and I felt scared about that, and didn't really know about that, but I even heard stories about people staying at houses that been foreclosed on, and I never really heard or knew about it being a crime, but I didn't intend to commit a crime. But so many people on the internet want you to be guilty so bad and try to act like know-it-all narcissists before even hearing you out. But whatever happened to being innocent until proven guilty? But society treats you like as if you're guilty until proven innocent. So, and last night and this morning, I heard like a lot of loud bass music, um, perps blasting loud music or whatever. But I'm really scared. Like, I didn't know until recently. I was told, um, last week, I was told that I could stay here for 566 a week. But at the in-town suites, that was like 385 a week. But like, how am I supposed to live? The online stalkers going to everybody and be like, don't help her. She doesn't deserve help. She gets a $950 Social Security check every month. Well, whether somebody has a place to live or not, that's not enough. And y'all are the same people who sabotage whatever job I get, whatever housing I get. And y'all try to talk about be grateful. And I get $963 a month. But since I worked, they might take off the $24 for a month or so. I don't know. But your gang stalked me out of my low income housing. Because the online stalkers help the in-person stalkers to gang stalk me out of my low income apartment that I had. Even the fake Aquarian Doris perp and other online perps were bullying, harassing, and threatening me as well. And I have screenshots. But, people on the TI community are warning me against mentioning gang stalking, or that likely to throw me in a loony bin. But I'm fucking fed up and sick and tired and don't know what the hell to do. And I'm at wit's end. And, but all this evil and wickedness not being prosecuted, but somebody just doing whatever they can to survive, y'all criminalize that. And I would not have, nobody was living at that house, and nobody could live at that house. But I just sat on the front porch thinking, I mean, not knowing it was illegal and thinking that I had a safe haven spot to be at, and I'm like, oh well, this could protect me on the rainy days, and that's less hotel room I have to beg for, you know. And but all the while I couldn't even fall asleep, and it was too cold, and I'm sitting here bundled up all night and being like mosquitoes attacking my face and eating me up all night, every night. And they gang stalked me away from by the old Gretna ferry. The cops wrongfully trespassed and banned me from there, but they didn't say for how long. And then I heard that a cop can't just trespass you like that. I heard that it has to be in writing. I heard that it has to be in writing, you know. But some people are saying stay out of Gretna, you know. But the gang stalkers, they lie, twist, and manipulate, and they get away with so much. So much. How are you a criminal that, criminally harass and stalk people and bully and threaten people? But then you talk about my behavior and condemn me for what y'all want to perceive as crimes. Like the online stalkers were conspiring to set me up to get wrongfully arrested for panhandling in the city of New Orleans, and acting like they were studying the the rules and laws of panhandling in New Orleans. And then the fake Darnell Williams perp was like, don't say you weren't warned. But what about y'all fucking crimes? What about y'all crimes? Huh? What about your crimes? Sex trafficking is a fucking felony. I can't wait for y'all motherfuckers to get caught. Y'all think y'all invincible. But God God probably does have a way to make sure y'all the ones get caught and prosecuted. Because if y'all wouldn't have gang stalked me out of my homes and jobs or hotel rooms, restaurants or whatever, and calling up places, I wouldn't be in this predicament. Y'all think destroying lives is fucking funny. Lying on people. So, in one of my YouTube Shorts videos, the most recent one, I shared a post from somebody on TikTok that made like a skit or a joke or whatever. Say, I'm a gang stalker handler. I call up places and whatever. Yeah, I'm like, that's exactly what these perps have been doing to me. Alex Dupree even admitted that he called up places and lied and said that I'm a drug addict and a thief. And he would gang stalk me at Bodacious. Whenever I publicize, put y'all on film and record y'all and expose y'all as gang stalkers, oh, I'm wrongfully banned from the trespass for the rest of my doggone life. And profess targeted individuals, it seemed like people quit fighting. People quit fighting. And they, it seems like now they just want to talk about shutting up and ignore because y'all motherfuckers already took the damn perp deal. That's why y'all trying to bully people to just take the torture and shut up. There's only so much people can take. So let me get off of here. So I don't even know what to do in the meantime. As I said, I'm being pressured to find another place or find a new job, and I can't find anything. So I'm going to go for now.